involved in a relationship. At some point towards the end of the relationship, I realized that it was an emotionally abusive relationship. I also knew that it had the potential to turn into, well, it actually was turning into a physically abusive relationship. I also knew that if I stayed in that relationship, I could possibly lose my life, or I would end up just being miserable for the rest of my life.
Last time I heard, some 1 in 3 people in our community are somehow touched by domestic violence or sexual abuse in our lifetimes. So it is very much an issue that is real for many of us and for many of our loved ones, our coworkers and our neighbors. Men have a big role to play, not only in recognizing that this is a real issue, but also being advocates and allies to do something about it, right? Not only owning that this is an issue that can touch us directly, certainly we can be perpetrators, and being able to recognize and call that out when it happens, I think is an important role that we can play. But I think we need to recognize that this isn't a woman's issue, right? This is an issue that affects our community, our families, our neighbors, our coworkers, and has an impact on all of us.
Helping Women is an agency that serves survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and stalking, and that may be men or women. Any survivor is welcome at our agency, but the goal is to provide support to those in need. So that support may look like a 24-hour crisis hotline, support groups, court accompaniment. If you just want to come in and meet with an advocate and try to figure out what are my next steps, safety planning. It's not easy to walk into our office and ask for help. It's not easy to call our hotline and ask a complete stranger or tell your whole story to a complete stranger. But we want to meet you where you are. We want to be able to provide you with the resources and the tools that you need to make great decisions for yourself moving forward.
I don't need to spend 10 years getting to the point of happiness. I have the power to do that. Every single day of my life, my whole life is it's gonna change, and I don't know what that looks like, and that's kind of scary because I like to know what's gonna happen. I like to be in control too, and so I've just sort of handed it over to my higher power. I've also handed it over to, this organization that knows how to help you through this process, and that's exactly why I turned to them. I needed that help.
I would like to say thank you to all the donors who have provided tremendous support, time, and energy to our agency. Women Helping Women is really vital to Cincinnati, and we would not be able to serve our survivors without the help and the contributions of many people like yourself. So thank you.